Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, you are constantly falling behind, not just at work, but in life, as if everyone else has figured out something that you somehow missed? You look around and it seems like other people have the structure, the consistency, the ability to just get things done, while you, on the other hand, are putting in the effort and still feeling like it's never quite enough. And that feeling is not because you're lazy or incapable. It's because your brain has learned a different way of processing the world. And when that goes unrecognized, it creates patterns that begin to shape how you think, you feel, and respond. And for many people, this also shows up emotionally, where frustration or anger can feel really intense and confusing, coming up quickly and strongly, and then leaving you wondering why you reacted the way that you did in the first place. So when your nervous system has been dysregulated over time, what happens is even the smallest things can feel really overwhelming. So what looks like an overreaction is actually your nervous system really trying to manage the overload, and over time you may start developing ways to cope without even realizing it, whether that's trying to quiet your mind and with distractions, or overworking because it is the only place you feel in control, or seeking moments of relief just to feel something different. These are not flaws in who you are. They are patterns your mind has learned to protect you. You might also carry this deeper feeling that you have never quite reached your potential, that there is more in you, but you cannot access it consistently. And often this is linked to the labels you may have heard growing up, like words like you're lazy or difficult or distracted all the time, which slowly becomes your internal beliefs. The reality is that you were often working harder than people realize just to keep up, but because it looked different, it was misunderstood. And this pattern also shows up in relationships, where you may find yourself either over-investing or pulling back, feeling deeply connected at times and then unsure at others. Not because you don't care about the person, but because your attention and emotional system are responding in patterns that have been built over time. And underneath all of this, there is often a quiet feeling of not quite fitting in, of being too much in some moments and not enough in others, as if you're slightly out of sync with the world around you. And what you need to understand is that you're not stuck. You are conditioned, you are patterned, you are wired where it can be understood and you can change. And the first step is awareness, noticing what's happening without judging yourself for it, recognizing that a thought or a reaction is something your mind has learned, not something that defines you. And the second step is creating space between the thought and your response. So pause, even a small pause where you remind yourself that you don't have to react. You don't have to protect yourself. You're not at fault here. You don't have to do what you've always done. And the third step is gently introducing a new response, something simple and believable that allows your mind to begin forming a different pathway, because real change doesn't come from forcing yourself. It comes from consistent small shifts over time. And when you start to do this, you move from being pulled by your patterns, your mind, the words that you've learned and the behaviours, to actually guiding them. And that's where clarity and steadiness and real confidence begin to build. So if you want to go deeper into understanding how your thoughts, emotions and behaviours are connected and how practically you work with them, my book Fix Me is linked below. If this resonated with you, make sure you like, share and subscribe to my channel so you can continue building a stronger relationship with yourself and others. I'll see you in the next video.